Hello there. This is an astrological forecast for the year 2010 for Cancer. And this also applies if you have a Cancer ascendant. So you Cancerians, the main themes for this year are going to be your home, your family, your domestic situation, your finances and your money, and your career, your work, your destiny, and your friends. So that's a lot to take in. Let me break it down with the various aspects and transits that are going to be happening to you this year. So let's start out with Saturn. For much of the year, Saturn is in your fourth house of home and family. Cancerians, home, you make a home wherever you are. Even when you're traveling, you make a home. And this transit of Saturn through this fourth house is the beginning of a brand new period for you. It's like you're coming out of a cocoon. You're coming into something new. However, while Saturn is in this house, it's very important that you deal with any domestic responsibilities that you have. Also to be dealt with are some emotional issues. Any emotional issues that you have with members of your family, even if they've now passed on, there are some emotional, maybe psychological issues that need to be looked at and need to be dealt with in order for you to move onwards into this new 14-year cycle of Saturn. So it's a very, very important time for you, and anything that needs resolving really needs to be seen to. So many of you will in fact want to conserve your resources during this time. Saturn in the fourth is not a time to be extravagant. It's a time to do things very intelligently and very frugally. You need to reduce your outgoings. You need to protect what you have. Cancer is a very protective sign anyway, but this is very much about learning how to protect what you have. It's a great time to negotiate some better deals with utilities, with any expenses connected with your home. This is a time to try to reduce those significantly, and I think there's more deals out there than you may be aware of. So make sure you get on with doing some good negotiations. For those of you that have already dealt with a lot of these issues, then many of you may just find that you reorganize your home. Maybe you renovate, you try to upgrade in some way. Some of you will downsize in order to save money. So this is a very important transit. It's there in fact until October of 2012. So make sure that you take if you've got a parental role, take this role very seriously and try and fulfill it best you can. Or some of you will be looking for somebody to take on a parental role with you and to give you some structure and guidance in your life for moving forward. Briefly, Saturn goes into your third house between about April and July. So for many of you, you may be completing a course of study, or others will be looking at how you can extend your skills, and maybe you need to do something very tangible about learning something new so that you're more marketable in the job market or into doing something that will earn you money. We've got Pluto in the seventh house for all of the year. This is a long transit for you Cancerians, and many of you are already finding that a lot of changes, deep changes, are happening in your relationships. This is a time to be looking at the power balance in your relationship. Are you giving away your power? It's not only an intimate relationship, this is business relationships. This could be a relationship with your dentist or your doctor or your lawyer. So take into consideration all the relationships you have and look at the balance. And look at the control issues. Are there any control issues that need to be dealt with? Because it's very important that you're not giving away your power in any of your one-to-one relationships. It's a long transit, as I said, and you'll be learning a lot. Pluto in this house as well can mean that you have a very karmic relationship with somebody, a very deep relationship. What I mean by a karmic relationship is that somebody's in your life for a really deep reason. I know everybody's in our lives for reasons, but this is a person that is going to have a very deep effect on you and a long-lasting effect and may stay in your life all your life. But there's going to be at least one deeply important relationship for you. With Neptune in your eighth house, I have to alert you to anything connected with joint finances. This is really a time when there can be misunderstandings, there can be misrepresentation, there can even be fraud. So very important that you don't speculate at this time. It's not a time for speculating. It's not a time for taking big financial risks. It's a time for really consolidating. Again, I'm seeing a lot of aspects connected with consolidating what you have and not borrowing. Not a time to borrow lots of money. Really isn't. It's a time really to pay off and get rid of any financial obligations that you have at this time. Now, we've got Jupiter and Uranus in your 9th house for most of the year. So except for a period between June and September, these two planets are in the 9th house. So many of you are going to be traveling. Many of you are going to travel far and wide. And if you're not traveling physically, you'll be traveling mentally and spiritually to new realms. You're going to want to be learning. You're going to draw into your life people from different cultures, different communities. You're going to want to understand and learn more about them and read more. For those of you that want to publish a book, this is the house of publishing, and Jupiter brings opportunities. So those of you who do want to do that, this is a great time for really looking at doing that, because good fortune will be there for you and there will be opportunities. And with Uranus there, it's really important you listen to that intuitive voice. You're going to get some incredible flashes of intuition, almost like being able to prophesize things. Really listen to that voice, because it's the voice that's going to guide you, and it's going to guide you successfully. So don't ignore that voice, don't shut it out, even if it comes up with a really crazy idea, because with Uranus there, it's certainly going to be something different and unusual. But I think it's going to take you into a new realm, and it's going to take you upwards and outwards, and I think it's going to feel very good for you. Between around June and September, these two planets are in your 10th house, so this is a great time for opportunities in your career. You're not going to like anybody telling you what to do, so it's a great time to be an individual, to do things your way, and to do things that are exciting to you. So although many of you in fact may lose your job or find that you're changing direction, this is an exciting time because new opportunities will be coming in. So don't get yourself frightened. Don't go into the Cancerian crab and be frightened about it. Enjoy and try and open up and really receive these opportunities. Mars is retrograde in your 2nd house for the first 3 months of the year, so you may feel as though you're going round a bit in circles financially. Try not to make too many decisions, just go slowly, take your time, because this is an exciting year with a lot of potential in. Deal with those responsibilities in your home and family, but open yourself up spiritually, open yourself up globally, and I think you'll find a lot of exciting things are going to come in. So there you have it. That's the year ahead for you. For those of you that would like to see these predictions in writing, I'll have them up on my website for you, and you may want to look as well to having a personal reading, and there is my details on my website. So I thank you for listening. I wish you a great year ahead, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.